to that person, I don't feel. I mean, if I had enough people that came repeatedly over and over again, I might get to exploring those with people, but I haven't in my own practice, I haven't found that,
Yeah.
and I haven't read anything that kind of brings that in. I mean, I've read people that like try to like intellectually talk about it, not from their own experience, and it always seems to be a little bit more, too uh hypothetical,
Yeah.
when I read about it. You can tell when you're reading something that feels hypothetical.
Hmm.
But yeah, this vertex intersection with Ascendant is powerful, and I felt it. I felt it with lovers. I felt it with friends, and
Hmm.
it's a really wildly,
Yeah.
and I think everybody's felt it. We all have these kind of relationships and experiences. We're like, wow, what is this?
Hmm.
You can get that feeling with any of those points, but really powerful with the Ascendant point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking of these random encounters with people where you don't
yeah,
even speak, but you just see them like on one aisle over at the checkout of the grocery, and you're
yeah,
just like, I can just imagine an entire life with that person.
right.
Like that, like where did that come from? And it's like you wonder if like these little drips of destiny, like when they get near each other, they're kind of they gravitate towards each other, and that's kind of how the vertex, the way you describe it, it's kind of like this
Yeah,
little watery magnet to be drawn to these other points in other people's charts.
totally.
But it does it lends to the importance of having as accurate as possible birth time, because if you have a vague sense, then that's really going to
Yes.
change your angles, and especially also kind of at what latitude you live at. So
Very
um,
true.
like
Yeah.
how do you deal with that if somebody doesn't know their exact birth time?
If they don't know their birth time, we can't do vertex, anti-vertex, ascendant, descendant
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
If we can get their birth time close enough, we can use the moon by sign, and the
Mm-hmm.
moon by sign will let us use the nodes because they're close enough by degree. Um, when we know the moon by sign, we could use the nodes. But if they don't know their exact time, or if one of them, because you need it for both people, if they don't know their
Yeah.
exact time, that's when I start falling back into, the personal planets and
Mm-hmm.
looking at the phases of the planets and the phase relationship of Venus and Mars,
Mm-hmm.
especially, are significant for, how relationships, the dynamics of relationships.